Thank God it's a Monday. Today is October 26, 2020, just 60 days before Christmas. I hope you're all safe from the typhoon. Welcome po sa first day of the week edition ng the stock market today. Ako si Benji Chidoro. Please join me as we take a look at the latest news on the Converge debut, AREIT, the SMC RFID, and the third quarter financials of BDO at ang resulta ng trading sa PSE. Lahat ng yan dito lamang sa October 26, 2020 Monday edition ng The Stock Market Today. Bago po ang lahat, basahin po muna natin ang ating reminders at disclaimers. At habang binabasa po natin ito, kung first time niya po dito sa ating channel, ay nag-start po akong magbigay ng daily stock market report noong August. Inaanyayahan ko po kayo na mag-subscribe sa aking channel para palagi po tayong updated sa balita at impormasyon tungkol sa stock market at ang mga active stocks sa merkado. Ako po ay isang retired employee ng isa sa pinakamalaking bangko sa Pilipinas. Naging OFW din po ako nung ma-assign po akong maging compliance head ng aming branch sa Hong Kong. Mga 8 months din po akong namalagi sa ibang bansa. Pagkatapos mo noon ay nasign po ako sa biyaya ng Diyos na maging Chief Compliance Officer ng isang subsidiary ng bangko. And since early 2000 ay nag-start po akong mag-invest regularly sa UITFs at pagkatapos ay sa stocks. Salamat po at tignan po muna natin ang ating mga balita. Mula sa business world, SMC extends issuance of its free RFID stickers. Starting November 2, hindi na po tatanggap ng cash ang mga toll booths natin sa North Luzon at saka sa South Luzon Expressway. San Miguel Corporation, the tollway operator of the South Luzon, as well as the NAIA X and some other tollways, said that it is ready to implement the cashless toll collection but will extend the issuance of the free RFID stickers until November 30 amid long lines at installation stations. So, the cashless toll collection can be implemented at the Southern Tagalog Arterial Road or yung STAR, the South Luzon Expressway or the SLEX, the Skyway System, the NAIA Expressway, and the Tarlac Pangasinan La Union Expressway or the TPLEX starting November 2. Ganun din naman yung North Luzon Expressway, which is controlled by the Metro Pacific Group. So, up to November 2 na lang, but the free RFID will be extended up to November 30. However, if you have the RFID of San Miguel, this is the auto sweep, what you can do is you just have it linked to the easy trip of Metro Pacific. You just need one RFID ID there, or one RFID instead of having two, but you will have to create an account for the easy trip. Okay, so our next news will be on the AREIT to buy the 30th in Pasig City. AREIT is buying Ayala Land's 76,000 square meter commercial center in Pasig City to expand its portfolio. In its disclosure to the exchange on Friday, Alice Real Estate Investment Trust, or REIT, said its board of directors has approved the 5.1 billion acquisition of the 30th in Meralco Avenue, Pasig City. Based on the disclosure, the building is fully occupied, and this will now increase to 4 the properties of Ayala REIT in its portfolio. We have the Teleperformance Cebu, Solaris 1, Ayala North Exchange, and McKinley Exchange. And then, let's take a look at another news from CNN. This is regarding Philex. From CNN, Philex suspends Padcal mine operations as workers test positive for COVID-19. Philex Mining Corp paused its underground copper mine operations at the Padcal site in Benguet over the weekend as several workers and residents in the area tested positive for COVID-19. In a disclosure, the firm owned by businessman Manny Pangilinan said it has temporarily suspended operations in the Padcal mine for at least 2 days since October 23 to address the local outbreak of coronavirus infections. So let's take a look at the PSE. By the way, today is the debut of Converge, and we will also be taking a look at the stock. Well, to give you a bird's eye view, the Converge opened at 1678. Its issue price was 1680. So it opened lower, but it traded as high as 1680, but plunged 9.40% to end at 1522. Okay, in the meantime, let's take a look at the PSE. The PSEI ended flat at 7.13 points, higher than the previous close, or 0.11% increase, or negligible lang po yung increase niya. Okay, so it ended in a doji, and it may retest the next support level at 65 or 6600. However, there was net foreign buying in the index today, or in the PSE today. If we'll take a look at the summary, 107 companies declined, 102 advanced, while 44 remained unchanged. Total volume was 2.72 billion, valued at 31.09 billion. There was net foreign buying at 4.44 billion. As for the indices ended mixed, with the holding companies, properties, and services in the green, while the industrials, mining, and financials declined. The all-sector index ended flat at 0.02%, at a 4.02% decline. Okay, let's now take a look at the most active stocks. We'll be reviewing today Converge, SM, Ali, Ayala Corp, Vito, BDO, LTG, MWIDE, MRC, IRC, and MER. By the way, I'll be discussing later when we go to BDO the financial statements which was disclosed today in the PSE. So let's now take a look at Converge. Yes, Converge declined. Let's take a look at the intraday. It's hard to... Yeah, so if we will take a look at the 5-minute chart, Converge had a steady decline from the opening bell until about 10:25 when it started to recover. Then it went up, consolidated, went down, then recovered again to end at 1522. So it was not a very good debut for Converge, which declined by 9.4% or 1.58 points from its opening at 1678. And there was net foreign selling on the stock. So let's take a look at the next most active, SM. Okay, SM. SM had an increase of 11 points or 1.13%. So it continues to go up. Let's place our indicator. By the way, I used the 4 indicators. I used the 20-day exponential moving average, which is my short-term indicator, the 50-day exponential moving average, which is my medium-term indicator, represented by the blue line. The orange line is the 20-day EMA, and the long-term indicator, which is the exponential 100-day exponential, represented by the black line. So SM continues to rise. It is now above 70, which I would say oversold. It tested the 996 resistance, or it may retest that level. And the next resistance that if SM continues to move up would be already in the 1047, the next resistance level. However, there's just average volume on the stock. Let's take a look at the next one, Ali. Okay, Ali also continues to move up. It is now at 3440, gained 0.45 points or 1.33%. It may retest the next resistance level at 3558. However, the support that I see is at 3326. And there was above average volume and a shorter candlestick, which I think we may see some consolidation in the coming days. There was net foreign buying on the stock. Then let's take a look at AC. Ayala Corp. Ayala Corp nag-profit taking. So it lost 9 points today, or 1.16% lower than the previous close, 766 siya. Before, the closing price the previous day was at 775. However, there was net foreign buying, meaning that the sentiment is still bullish, and even our our indicators are way under the candlestick, which would indicate a bullish sentiment. Okay, after Ayala Corporation, let's take a look at dito. Okay, dito paunti-unti lang to pero tumataas. It is now at the resistance level of 690. No? It reached 688. That is the area of resistance, and it apparently was pushed back. The price was pushed back by sellers. The next resistance is at 7.33. So without a catalyst, I think that the stock will just move sideways. Pero bullish pa rin ang market because there was net foreign buying on the stock. Okay, the next stock is BDO. Si BDO nag-release siya ng financials today, which I'll be discussing in a short while. So BDO had a red candlestick today, meaning nag-profit taking from 1, 2, 3, 4, from 5 days of increase. It ended in the red today, or 1.75% lower. Pero may net foreign buying pa rin siya. Now, when we will take a look at the financials of BDO, it released its quarterly report today. Okay, so this is BDO's quarterly report. We have the balance sheet. This is as of September 30. And income statement, as well as the earnings per share and some ratios. So based on this information, I made a simple Excel worksheet. So the income after tax for the third quarter 2020 was 12.346 billion against the income for the same period last year of 11.967 billion, or that's a 3.2% gain. However, in order to provide some perspective, if we'll compare the third quarter 2020 against the second quarter 2020, the second quarter showed a loss of 4.502 billion. So the positive income during the third quarter is what we can say significant, or a turnaround. So the 12.346 is a significant turnaround from a loss in the second quarter. That's about 4 times an increase, no? 374%. On the other hand, the bank's year-to-date 2020 income after tax of 16.598 billion was 48.3% lower compared to the income after tax during the same period last year of 32.107 billion. So the pandemic brought down BDO's bottom line, but still the year-to-date bottom line was positive. On the other hand, the year-to-date earnings per share in 2020 of 3.71 was almost halved as compared to the earnings per share of 7.26. Now, the price-earnings ratio as of September 30 was 23.25, which is slightly higher than last year's 19.70. As I have explained in my previous episode, when I analyzed URC's FS, a higher number in the price-earnings ratio is an indication that the stock may be overvalued or expensive, while a lower number may indicate that the stock may be undervalued, or shall we say cheap. The PE ratio can also be interpreted that given the current price of the stock, it takes the company 23.25 pesos to earn a 1 peso profit. And when you compare that with last year's PE, it only takes the company 1970 to produce a 1 peso profit. So we can conclude that last year's PE was better than this year. After BDO, let's take a look at LTG. Okay, LTG nag-profit taking siya. It had a good run in the previous days, and the stock is very bullish, even though there was a red candlestick today. So it may retest the resistance level of 13.82, while the nearest support is at 11.83. But if volume will continue, then the stock may move higher because the sentiment of the stock is to move higher. Okay, the next is MWIDE. Okay, MWIDE had a good run today. It had another breakout after consolidating for 4 days. It may retest the 8 peso level resistance, and the nearest support is at 7.55. So since there is volume, and if volume will prevail in the following days, then the price may still go up. However, it may just move within the 8 peso resistance and the 7.55 support if the volume will not hold. And after that, let's take a look at MRC. MRC also had a good run today, gaining 13.89%, 13.89% gain, or 0.05 points. And it may retest the next resistance at 0.446 area. Now, when I say resistance and support, they are not exact points but areas. The nearest support that I see here is 0.36, at a 0.36 area. Okay, so another stock that is very active is IRC. IRC also gained today 8.57%, and the nearest resistance of IRC is at 1.74. That's the nearest resistance. It may retest that nearest resistance. Sa layo na niya. Oh no, wait. Let's take a look. Nasa 1.65 lang. Based dito sa historical. That's the second resistance niya. 1.65 yung nearest resistance niya. So it may retest this level, because this is already in the resistance level. 1.65 na. So it may just retest that level if volume will hold, because there was a lot of volume today, although there was net foreign selling. And then finally, we have MER. Si MER, tatahimik lang to, pero matindi. Okay, MER reached a high of 98.80, and it is now at the resistance level. Actually, I see the resistance at 302, 303 level. And kung ma-break yan, then medyo malayo na yung next resistance niya. Nandito na siya sa mga, I would say, 319, 320. No, but it has to retest first the resistance level at 303. 302, 303. Kasi for a while, hindi siya hindi niya ma-break yan eh. Okay. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market, October 26, 2020. Ito po si Benji Chidoro. By the way, if you want me to review your stock, please drop me a request and I will do my best to review. I review the most active stocks in the index and in the PSE, but if you have a stock in mind that you wanted me reviewed, then please tell me, so I will review it for you. So ito po si Benji Chidoro, laging nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. See you again in the next episode, at marami pong salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik. Bye for now.